Alright guys, today's goal, understand how to solve multi-step equations. Okay, so there's more than just the two steps. It's going to be multi-steps. Who knows how many? Alright, so we have 9d minus 2d is 7d. So the first is combine like terms. And the way we know these are like terms is because they're on the same side of the equal sign. See how they're both on the left side? That just means do the math. 9 minus 2, 7. Now we start to solve. So remember, undo addition and subtraction before you undo multiplication and division. So you get d equals 4. Okay? How do you check your answer? You plug it back in. So let's go over that one more time just so we know. So 9 times 4 is 36. 2 times 4 is 8. 36 minus 8 is 28. Plus 4 is 32. So 32 equals 32. Check. Okay? So just refreshing what check your answer means. So let's look at the next example. Alright, so I'm looking through this problem. I see 2w plus 3 times the quantity w plus 4. So we see some multiplication going on here equals 27. So now, first thing we got to do is distribute. So we have 2w plus 3w plus 12 equals 27. Then, see how you have like terms on the same side? Combine them. So you have 5w plus 12 equals 27. Subtract the 12. You get 5w, because 12 minus 12 is 0, equals 15. Divide by 5, you get w equals 3. Okay? So there we go. Let's take a look at some more examples. Alright, this one's going to be a little tricky because see how this has minus, the previous problem had plus? Well, so we need to, when we distribute this 2, we have to distribute the minus 2. So you have the x still, and then what's negative 2 times x? Negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 5, positive 10. Okay? So now we look for the like terms. We see the x minus the 2x. So what's 1 minus 2? It's negative 1x plus 10 equals 46. Subtract the 10. So negative x equals 36. Divide by the negative 1. You get x equals negative 36. Okay? Alright, let's take a look at some more, but we see all these steps going on here. Alright, fractions. Now, I don't like distributing fractions. So what I'm going to do right away is, let's think about it this way. Okay? Remember how if we had this, we would multiply by the reciprocal? And then 1, 4, so it's 16. We'll see how it's 3/4 times all of this. Well, think about this as being like that x, okay? It's not, but you can think about it that way. So watch what I do. 4/3, 4/3. So these cancel out. I'm left with the z minus 6. And we just did this, but that's 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 12 4 times, so you get equals 16. So add the 6, z equals 22. Now you could have distributed the 3/4, but it would have led to a lot more work. Okay, we might see some that require that, but we'll see those in the future. All right, let's take a look at some more problems. Alright, so here we go again. See, and the real reason I look is this is what I do. If I distributed this, I'm going to have to divide everything by 5 because it's on the bottom, right? Is 3 divided by 5 a whole number? No. Is 4 divided by 5 a whole number? No. So it's going to create a lot of add, subtract, multiply, divide with fractions. But I look over here. Now this is the tricky part because we're not dividing the other side by the 5. We're actually going to be dividing it by the 2 because we multiply by the reciprocal. So what I think in my head is, can I divide 10 by 2? And the answer is yes. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Because these cancel out, and I'm left with 3x plus 4 equals 25. Subtract 4. 3x equals 21. Divide by 3. X equals 7. Now with decimals, guys, you can just distribute and do whatever or divide, but do we see how this is working? If not, you need to ask me in class. Let's take a look at another example. So this one can look a little tricky, but just remember, multiply by the reciprocal. Because look, neither of these two are divisible by 5, but is this one divisible by the negative 4? Yes. So if we multiply, and watch, I'm going to do this. They're the same thing. The negative can move top, bottom, doesn't matter. See how I have the negative and the denominator here, but numerator here? They're the same thing, okay? These cancel out. So you have 4a minus 1 equals. Well, 4 goes into 4 once, 28 7 times, negative 35. Add the 1. You get 4a equals negative 34. Divide by 4. You get a equals, now these are both divisible by 2, so this is going to be negative 17 over 2. And there's your final answer. Okay? Now we get to go tackle the word problems. Everyone's favorite. Let's take a look at it. Alright, it says you plan on having a scavenger hunt for 21 campers. You plan to have 4 teams. 1 camper from each team will be a recorder, and the rest will be searchers. How many searchers will each team have? Okay, so we know we have a total number of 21 campers, so we start there. And we know we're going into 4 teams. But we need to figure out, because if you think about this, 4 times the number of people should equal 21. And this is 1 plus, because see how it says 1 camper from each team will be a recorder? So we know there's 1 recorder plus the rest searchers, so S for searchers. Okay, so distribute this out. You get 21 equals 4 plus 4S. Subtract the 4. And you get 17 equals 4S. Divide by 4, you get, well, see, now this one I'm going to change to a mixed number. So you get the searchers equals 4 and 1/4. So that means each team will have 4 searchers. Because that's this 4. That's the 4 searchers. What's this 1? Well, that means 1 team is going to have an extra searcher. So each team will have 4 searchers, but 1 team will get an extra searcher. Okay? We'll see you guys in class.